another big-time player here. Guys, with this combination, they have a chance to be special.
Well, they're putting some pieces together, Allie. Thanks for that.
Oh, defensively, you can't let a streak shooter get into a groove. Levine's been on fire.
Good on the bucket. MP's got 4 points in the quarter. Chris, you think back to the injuries Levine has had to overcome. It's amazing where he is now.
I mean, he showed mental fortitude. He's still an elite athlete, but the sky's the limit for him.
DeRozan outside. Pass to Vucevic. Vucevic draws the double. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And we've got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
Oh, now that was a block. Some much-needed energy there to jumpstart them back into this game.
And Chicago has possession. MP with it. Green picks him up. Here's Pirtle. Vucevic with a steal. That's tipped. Pass to Green. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Might take them a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far.
22.
Just need to calm down, play their game.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Ball passes to Levine. Pass to Vucevic. The 3. That shot missing. So the Spurs will take it the other way.
Only 1 for 5 to start the half. I mean, whatever adjustments they made at halftime weren't the right ones.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Here's Levine. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. Levine's got 4 points this quarter.
The ball handler Levine has, oh, it's special. Look how he's just showing there how gifted he is at creating.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. For a player who came into the league with as much fanfare as Lonzo Ball, it wasn't the smoothest start, Grant. He dealt with a lot of injuries and adversity.
And BA, that makes the NBA learning curve that much steeper.
Into the lineup for the Spurs.
And Chicago has possession. 9-point game. Pass to Jones. Back to Ball. Johnson with it. Guarded now by Ball. Ball and Levine make up the backcourt. Green out there with Derrick Jones. And it's Vucevic in at the 5 down low. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Spurs.
Well, they played a heads-up brand of basketball this entire game, and they've got the skills to prove it.
You also can't overlook how well they've defended the rim as they've challenged every shot and blocked quite a few tonight.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
They're starting a new trend with regard to turnovers. It's becoming problematic.
The Spurs have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Here's MP. Banked it in off the glass. MP's got 12 points in just the second half.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Here's Green. And again, no good by Chicago.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
The baseline J. That one a little long. And for Chicago, they're shooting 46%, a decent average so far. Ball outside. Here's Levine for 3. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got his 7th assist here tonight. The drive by MP. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
I love his versatility around the rim. That time with the reverse jam.
Mark that one. You know that's going to be replayed over and over again. It's worth it. MP against Levine. falls, and now he's 10 of 15 shooting. Nice work.
Looking comfortable in the pick and roll action. Levine just taking what he sees in these sets.
The drive by MP. That one falls.
22.
MP's got 8 here in this quarter.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up. I mean, it's time for him to take over. He's played it cool long enough. And I think he
2 minutes
that.
remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
MP against Levine. Outside Young. Here's MP. Not going to go that time. Vucevic with some nice D. The Bulls have gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. Tipped. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Johnson.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
Man, you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle's impressive.
DeMar DeRozan's checked in for Jones. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Here's Levine. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Levine's got 13 in the second half. Murray with it. Pass to MP. Hurdle controls the rebound and the putback.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
A minute 20 left in the fourth. Levine against MP.
Antonio foul. Number 22. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there.
San Antonio ball.
And he banks in the layup.
22.
MP's got 39.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Spurs.
They had to fight for this one. With the game hanging in the balance a couple of times, they made winning plays, Grant.
It's all about having a strong mentality. What's interesting is that any time momentum turned against them, instead of folding, they responded with their own attack.
And this will get marked down as their 16th win of the year.
And even though this season series was only 2 games, a sweep is still a sweep.
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Spurs foul.
And Zach LaVine just continues to refine his game. His shot selection has really
So we see the Spurs get the win here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment, but they stood tall and got the win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Alongside Chris Webber, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for joining us. We'll see you later.
Okay, I've got to ask, is there anything you can't do on offense?
No.
Okay, care to elaborate on that?
What do you want to know, John? I'm an open book.
Okay, all right, let me rephrase. What do you think is the weakest part of your game? Is there one?
You asking me to choose my favorite skill, John? That's like asking me to choose my favorite child. They're all my children. My handles are just as important as my shot, which is just as important as my court vision, and et cetera, et cetera. Look, every aspect of me is important for me to be the best me that you know and love.
It's a lot of chatter about MP being a Rookie of the Year contender. But guess what? I don't see it. He's put together a decent stretch or two, but there's film on him now. Real film I'm talking about, not that fake YouTube. As the season goes on, people are going to game plan for him, shut down what he's good at. Is he willing to put in the work to improve his weaknesses and counters? Not in my opinion. I think MP's going to wilt in the second half of the season. I just don't see it with him.
I've been getting it since a toddler. I keep dollars on my head. Been a real one is my motto. Handle my problems, I ain't scared. I put powder on my collar, cause she proud of what I said. I'm a leader, I got on following my footsteps like I'm Montana. Make them shit. Like I'm Black New Phantom in the backseat. I'm from Atlanta with these. Condo like the me and my friend. My bro on a steaming stove. Like grits, got this vibe on a tippy toes. In a LA live, I'm staying at the lows with this Hollywood. Got a can't wait to let it pull up with it. I pull up with it, pull up with it. Put some diamonds on her toes, let know that I'm real. Used to pull it, you can still call it a. Can't be fixed, with the names and spent the nick. How you pull that don't make sense. I made a whole mile off an inch. I had 99 problems, I just scratched off the list. Amazing winning, solved on down my neck. Cause I've been getting it since a toddler. I keep dollars on my head. Been a real one is my motto. Handle my problems, I ain't scared. I put powder on my collar, cause she proud of what I said. I'm a leader, I got on following my footsteps like the like I'm Montana. Make them shit, like I'm Black New Phantom in the backseat. I'm from Atlanta with these. Condo like the near my friend.
Bestie, I just my friend told her catch me. I'm a, she so precious. Might not again, she too messy. No flex. Rose gold ornaments. Drop 210, car game with no 10. Got a you to know you can hop in front of tip. Boy, 9 in the vent. Like my get spent. I got 2.
Street poet with a ghetto essence, blessing, don't know what you just stepped in, reppin', 713 South Texas, legend, maybe Bob Marley in the flesh in, on 2K TV with a Lexus, please tune in, cause you're about to get a blessing. Buddy Rowe.
Ready for 2K compete events? If you're looking to double your XP aboard the Concha Del Mar, the top deck is where it's at. All weekend.
A view of I-40 in Chesapeake Energy Arena, taken from the Skydance Bridge in Oklahoma City. That's our setting tonight. Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder here in Oklahoma City. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from D.A. along the sideline all game long. Hey, Dave.
Good evening, Kevin. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander loves getting to the rim. Last season, he led the league in drives per game by a wide margin. Matter of fact, he drove the most that we've ever seen since they started tracking the stat back in 2013. His blend of length, strength, and craftiness has been remarkable to watch. Guys?
Like you, David, on the sideline. Boy, I love Gilgeous-Alexander in his game. D.A., thank you. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Collins is out there with Pirtle. Then it's Johnson. Then it's MP. And it's Murray in at the 1. And for Oklahoma City, we've got Lou Dort. Favors is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Deck in at the 4 spot. Two teams badly needing a win tonight, Greg. Some desperation on both sides.
And it's easy to start second-guessing yourself.
You want to make adjustments, but also stay true to who you are.
It'll be the Thunder off the tip. Pass to Favors. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. To the inside. Giddey. And the rejection by MP.
Spurs ball.
And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you got to love that energy.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Spurs. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Murray. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Despite his slim frame, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is showing enough strength to take the hit and complete the play.
And in the past, Murray's coaches have said he wants to be pushed.
He's a tough kid who's overcome a ton.
That's his first
Takes
personal
nothing
foul.
for granted, wants to earn his keep. He understands what a privilege it is to play in this league.
Taking 2 shots.
And he's good on the second. Here's Giddey. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
This is what Shai excels at, navigating shot blockers in the paint and finishing.
MP left side. Murray, the pass to MP. Pirtle trying to get open. MP, no good.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Giddey. Covered by MP.
And this is Gilgeous-Alexander's responsibility to find his guys when they're open.
MP passes to Pirtle. Gilgeous-Alexander against MP. Kicks it out to Johnson. MP deciding where to go with it. It's good.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Get your better scores, some easy looks so they can start to establish themselves.
The Spurs have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And that one's good by Favors.
And while Favors has developed his outside shot, right there in the paint is his comfort zone.
Murray finds MP. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Nice shot by Pirtle.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he just worked New York in that last game. On the wing, MP. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Count that one. That's now 8 points for MP.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
2 minutes remaining.
Getting the pass to Favors.
2 minutes.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Murray. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first
Greg,
personal
you
foul.
think back to when Gilgeous-Alexander.
Spurs substitution.
Now, here's MP. D right on him. Driving in, and the rejection by Favors.
The 7'4" arm span of Favors paying big dividends when it comes to rim protection.
They've got Meladon, and it's Favors in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. The shot's good from Forbes. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Spurs.
They're doing a great job defensively down low. They've already racked up a lot of blocks. They've established an intimidation factor early in this one.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. Coming into last season, the Thunder had posted a winning record every year for more than a decade. But when they decided to rebuild, they went all in and promoted their G League coach, Mark Daigneault, to head coach. He said adversity tests the connection of the team, tests everything, and shows you who you are. Guys?
Good way to start. Thanks, D.A. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. With COVID shortening the season and the schedule being tinkered with speed, do you think the NBA will make permanent changes to the season schedule?
No, I don't think so. I think the length of games will go back to normal. I do think they might have a mid-season tournament. There's been talk of that, but so far, I think the games will reduce just because of COVID. It should go back to normal.
DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. MP, no good.
His shot's it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Outside Favors. Pass to Meladon. There's the 3. And the 3 ball is good. Meladon's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Defensively, a breakdown along the perimeter. Just too slow to rotate.
The drive by MP. Banked in off the glass. And the Spurs lead by 13.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Giddey. San Antonio with the rebound. At one point, they led by 16. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Rarely frazzled. They played with a pretty even temperature, in my opinion, throughout this entire game.
Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for the Spurs. Here's Giddey. San Antonio with the rebound. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The drive by MP. That one good for 2. MP's got 12 points in the game.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
And one of Johnson's teammates recently called him country strong. And Johnson himself acknowledged he has a lot of room to get even stronger. That is scary.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs. Right. And with a big on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. MP's really making a difference here.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw this offense coming from him, but it's been key for his team.
This is why you prepare. Get ready for the opportunity if it comes your way, because you may be asked to deliver.
On the court right now for the Spurs. Jakob Poeltl up there with Collins. Then it's MP. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
Outside, Dort. Count it.
That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
That's tipped and stolen by Murray. Feeds it to MP. Doesn't go for him. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Lets it go from the wing. A rebound by the Spurs.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Giddey the pass to Favors. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Collins. MP against Dort. MP, no good.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Back to Dort for three. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. San Antonio leading by 19 points. Murray dishes to MP. The Thunder pull it in. Giddey's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Lets it go from 11. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Vincent's checked in. And it's Pokuševski in for Deck. And San Antonio also making a switch. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Murray. Now, here's Melodon. 7 points in the game.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish with the contact.
This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for the Spurs. And Greg, you made your money on the defensive end. What was the toughest kind of player to defend? A one-on-one guy or a constant movement type of player?
Number 22.
I always will say that it's harder to guard movement. You know, as a defender, you drill a lot about guarding the basketball. But when a guy is great without it, man, that is the hardest job you can have defensively.
Good. That one on target for Melodon.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
MP kicks to Johnson. Forbes the pass to MP.
Remaining in the third, 2 minutes.
Clock at 6. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Now, here's Melodon. He's covered closely. To the middle. Here's Pinson. And the layup falls.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
The drive by MP. Johnson, a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 3 assists now in this one. Inside. And Giddey gets it to go. Giddey's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
And now the first timeout called here for the Spurs.
And Lou Dort has made a name for himself on defense. Viewed as a superstar stopper, well, he's earned it with his play.
And the Thunder making a switch here.
Into the lineup for the Spurs.
About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. Here's Giddey. Kicks. Room to knock down the shot. Greg, the way Dort has handled guys like LeBron, he does as well as anyone when it comes to defending them.
Yeah, I mean, he's small but strong and really hard to bump off his spot. Quick enough to stay with anyone on their drives and just turn it into a great shot defender.
They've got Favors, and it's Deck in at the power forward position.